No, this is a problem.
Yep. My lips, I can already feel the lip burn. Mm-hmm.
This is unhealthy. Why? What's the reasoning behind this, bro?
No, that shit's hot. And I feel like it keeps growing too.
Yes, bro. You trying to downplay it. No,
hold on. I gotta post on my Insta first before we get started. But now I'm like, I feel like that's difficult now. Hold on now. All right, we're gonna eat. Y'all think we can eat all 20?
Fighting for my life.
Dang, okay. We got this though. Just remember, like 7 each, and we're good.
7. Who said 7?
That'll make it 20.
Oh, put the Pooch iced tea on. I need something.
Remember, like 7.
We can't,
bro.
Because now we're on all.
It's
all
not leaving, bro. It's just staying there.
It's busting.
No, this. Bro, I'm African and this is OD, bro.
I told you it was hype, right? All right, y'all, we live. We trying the wings. Y'all liking the wings so far?
That shit hurts.
Y'all they not messing with the wings, y'all. But we about to take these down real quick. We live. Join up. Woo. Okay.
It tastes good though.
I'm trying to lock in on these wings.
But fuck, it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. All right, that. Well, I'm dead. Back in the day, 2016. Okay. 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 All right, I'm about to put it down now. We're good. We got it. I just needed to put the link up. Bro, why did I look there? Like my wing's still on my plate.
Why am I sweating off? Why is the top of my head sweating, gang?
You know if you make a bigger bottle?
Sweating, bro.
But for me, it's like it's the lip burn.
Yes, it's all of it, bro. This isn't right.
We're gonna have to pull out the waters, guys. We're gonna need a runner, like. I have some water. We're taking down all 20, y'all.
Beer doesn't help.
Holy.
I know.
Oh my.
You ate the second one back to back.
Bro, I didn't even touch my eyes. Do I like feel it?
No, that's his first. We all just ate one.
That's why I use a napkin to even grab the shit, bro. I ain't playing.
Y'all got t-shirts on? I might have to throw on a t-shirt.
I only used 2 fingers.
It
hurts.
Yeah, beer isn't good for that. I'm gonna get some waters for the team. And then we gotta move into wing 2. Let's go. Oh shit.
Yes. Like it's like you'll think you're good and then it just you're not.
Sink water, bro. That's why
like it starts to get better for a second and then
so
it's
I'm just
nope.
sitting here, man.
It's like I try not to think about it. I can't because it's just like in your face.
Dog. Lips hurt.
Yo, I'm about to eat some of this rain.
Celery.
Yeah, like a carrot.
That was a smart idea. Smart idea.
Well, but I give you like 6 carrots for 20 wings.
It's hot.
And 2 pieces of celery.
The celery cuts it.
The celery helps?
Like the ranch. Dip in the ranch.
No, that's what. Yeah. Oh. I'm saying the ranch and the celery mix. It's like celery. It's like fresh.
But just be careful, like don't.
Bro, that's why you think I use the napkin to grab it. Like I'm not playing, bro. I'm not.
Like I just itched my nose and I almost went. Like
I'm doing this because I love him. Like I'm not doing this of my own volition. I'm not doing this because I woke up today and said, hey, I want to make my asshole hurt.
Oh man. A lot of wings in there.
Yeah. You guys take whichever was.
Oh.
Pretty funny though.
I feel a little better.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I feel like I'm ready for wing 2. Just so we can push through it. Because now we're just sitting.
Now we can get some ranches. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Oh god. There we go. Good.
Damn, cool. Yeah, swing off of one wing.
In the
No,
range.
stomach already rearranging. Not.
Okay.
Pass me another napkin, please. Oh, every wing got grabbed with a napkin.
Bro, I'm only touching these with 2 fingers.
What you talking about? Fingers. You better than me.
All right.
Protective layer. You gotta eat these with the hazmat suit, bro.
Facts. I'm gonna get my ranch.
Bro, he fighting for his life right now.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, let's get this Tophiachu.
Bro, my
video
tummy
started.
hurt already. Bro.
My tummy hurt.
My tummy hurt. Like no, like you know where you like your stomach feels like
It's churning.
bro,
It's
it's moving, bro. It's not. It's yo. I can't even laugh right because it hurt, bro. Yo,
Wait, actually, let me start this Tophiachu video real quick.
Yo,
No,
son.
This man's not
I'm
touching
telling,
it.
bro. You thought I was playing?
What? What you didn't get? Are you getting another one?
No, I'm saying, hey, it's wrapped. It's wrapped like this.
Oh, you got yours wrapped in the nah, bro. You better eat that sauce, boy.
What do you get when you
He doesn't
combine
want to touch his
incompetence,
skin.
laziness, a hunger for tech?
All right, all right, y'all. So we're doing a spicy wing challenge while we're learning about our new entry onto the Bowen's channel, which is going to be Tophiachu. We got our boy Turkey Tom, and
My stomach.
oh man, it's hot. And yeah, so we're gonna see what's going on with Tophiachu. We gonna see what's good with her life, and she is now the newest addition. Let's go, blazing wings. Got my guys with me.
Talk fame, and a family straight out of a horror comedy. The answer is Tophiachu, a walking train wreck who somehow manages to smell worse than she looks. From stalking online celebrities to constantly butting heads with trolls, her existence is a real-life tragic comedy. And the best part, her 24/7 streams allow anyone to tune in and see the chaos unfold. Our story today starts with Tophia Slidell, better known as Tophiachu, who was born on June 6, 1994, to Marie Lucero and Donald Slidell, allegedly. There's a bit of a dispute over that we'll get into later. Very little is known about her early life, although if one were to judge it by pictures alone, it would have appeared normal. Unfortunately, sometimes reality isn't so peachy. Tophia had no verifiable social media presence until around 2011, when she made a Facebook account. She was just like any other teenager, and for the next few years, there wasn't much to report on. But things would get slightly more interesting in 2015 when she started posting to Instagram. Much of her early posts were dedicated to her art skills, which honestly weren't the worst, if only she had stuck with it. Starting in late 2016,
I'm trying to learn about Tophiachu, but like,
Nigga, you'll die if you eat those, bro. Stay away from here. No, but he literally will, bro. And he already has stomach problems. Like,
Almost
certain kibble I can't even feed him,
I
bro.
almost took Trayvon out the game one time eating these wings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna regret this tomorrow. So, like, you guys watch this video, go back and watch it even when it's dropped, please. Just for my stomach. So my stomach can feel like it was productive.
Get the
It'll like subscribe for my stomach.
Because this shit fucking hurts.
oh, the way it hit my. We good, y'all.
They've done this multiple times. I'm not, you feel me? I like spice. I like a little chili oil. You feel what I'm saying? I like, you feel me? I like the numbing, you feel me? The numbing hot pot. But this is just, this is cool. Like, this ain't even.
John, we good. Keep fighting. Let's go.
The reason my stomach should be moving while I'm sitting
I
down.
mean, the focus. We learning about Tophiachu right now. Oh my gosh.
Sophia started posting videos on Musical.ly. The first few videos were just showing off her art skills, but this then changed to producing the same garbage that everyone else was making on that app. To her credit, it seemed to be working, as around the end of 2017, she accrued enough of a following to get over 1,000 live viewers on her stream. But as she tried to grow her audience, she already started to develop the first of her many concerning habits. This one being publicly obsessing over online celebrities. Her first ever target was a Musical.ly influencer and singer named Justin Burke. She'd regularly post memes of him to her Instagram, trying to get his attention. But it eventually worked, as he started paying attention to her and even did a duet. Finding some minor success, she began trying to diversify over on YouTube. She really flexed her artistic muscles here, creating a Michael Jackson edit where she took the footage from Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal music video and played a different song over it. She then made an anime music video of Robin Williams where she stitched together some clips from his movies. This experiment wasn't particularly well received by anyone, and as a result, she decided to give up YouTube entirely, instead going all in on her Musical.ly career. But just because she was trying to grow as an influencer didn't mean she couldn't engage in her favorite hobby, stalking Justin Burke. She regularly watched his live streams and reposted screenshots from them, talking about how much she loved him and hoped to meet him. This persisted for the next few years, even as Musical.ly went under and merged with TikTok. As far as I know, she never got to meet Justin, but hey, at least she got to stream with him. Following the Musical.ly and TikTok merger, Tophia was producing stuff on TikTok under the name Tophiachu. This was mostly the same content she had posted on Musical.ly, with the addition of things like singing. And boy, does she have some pipes.
I've been up all night, I've been constipated. Went to the bathroom, now I'm so frustrated. Does anybody know where the kids ate it?
She continued to grow throughout the latter half of 2018, reaching 10,000 followers by the end of the year. But growing as an influencer takes a lot of time, and you might be wondering how Tophia, who was 24 at this point, had the time to make TikToks
I do normally like
and
spicy
religiously
stuff.
watch all of Justin Burke's content. In mid-2018, Tophia gave us an answer. She uploaded a YouTube video titled My Experience with My First.
Every day we eat good. One, that's a great name, by the way. Shout out to you. And two, we definitely know Cyrax. Cyrax video dropping actually tonight. We actually might cover some Cyrax after this. Let's see how we doing with these wings, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we was just talking about Cyrax actually this morning. Yeah, we doing two things at once right now. Spicy wings plus lolcow reaction. Let's go. Wing number 3.
He says fly.jj says he's still a victim. Tell us more about that story. Let's break that down. What do you mean by that?
Tell us what you mean about that. We're just now we're new to the lore. Yeah.
Samuel asked, do we touch?
Yeah, you know.
Yes, we touch always. You know.
Do y'all touch? What? I don't know what's happening. Bro, it's like I'm trying to do this while like I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
Job, wherein she describes this job experience in detail.
A
year prior,
the
she
evidence and all
apparently
that
had worked
stuff,
at Dunkin' Donuts.
Send it over.
In
We
the video
definitely
itself,
don't
she
condone
refrained
anything
from
like that
saying that it
on
was
this channel
Dunkin'
for sure.
Donuts for fear of being banned from going there. According to her, she passed the initial tests on how to make coffee with 92%, and she learned how to do everything from making sandwiches, how to sterilize, and how to run things correctly. All of the basic stuff you learn to do at a fast food place. She worked there for 6 months, which she describes as absolute hell on earth. She claimed that the machines they were using never worked properly and were constantly being patchworked together instead of replaced. She also claimed there was preferential treatment for some of the staff, as some employees were allowed to eat on the job, while Tophia was not. After 6 months, she was fired, and the reasons she cited were nothing short of prophetic.
Hey, yo! Samuel choosing on my boy.
She glosses over it here pretty quickly, but the commenters sure didn't miss it. She went into a whole spiel about her day, how the management mistreated her, etc., etc., but this slip of the tongue was the only real takeaway that people had. The video became her most viewed at the time, albeit not for the reasons she had hoped for. Many people had one specific takeaway, that she simply refused to do any real work, and as a result, she hoped beyond hope to
when you
become
say
an
peaches, I think Like Super Mario movie Peaches.
No, you know the Peaches I'm talking about.
No, I don't. I'm assuming it's got to be some type of peach.
You know the
Influencer
Peaches I'm
instead,
talking.
since that's obviously much easier than doing a regular 9 to 5. Amusingly, she tried to argue with people that she totally wasn't fired for her hygiene, but frankly, it was just kind of humiliating for her to even try. To her credit, there was a time when she put some effort into making content. Not good content, but still. She was posting videos on YouTube, including vlogs and even a weird conspiracy theory about people losing followers after the TikTok and Musical.ly merger. On TikTok, she was also growing more popular, and in late 2020, she released one of her most popular videos up until that point, the first installment of the Mob Boss's Daughter series.
Hey, what you trying to get into, Sammy boy?
Oh, bro, y'all can't be making me laugh.
She continued to release videos, and as time went on, it only became more and more uninspired. Eventually, she figured out that she could make things much easier for herself with this one simple trick: live streaming. In modern day, Tophia has become infamous for her daily live streams. While she was continuing to produce TikToks, it was clear that streaming was her main source of income. Of course, the issue with streaming is that you have much less control over what people see, meaning you record everything that happens to you, no matter what. And as it turns out, there was a lot about Tophia that probably would have been better as a secret. One of the first things people noticed was the things she was saying. She's very unashamed of her use of different derogatory language towards black people, Mexicans, so obviously this was somewhat controversial, but that's not even close to the craziest part.
This is
Excuse Maxwell, because we're talking about two people here.
Initially, she did her live streams in her bedroom, where people got a first-hand look at her terrible living conditions. The entire apartment, but especially her bedroom, was crawling with cockroaches, which she showed complete disregard for. She doesn't even flinch when a cockroach climbs up her water cup. Speaking of her cup, she never washes it, despite the fact that it's absolutely rancid, and she can't even stand to take a whiff of it.
Son. Yo, son, click that, screenshot it, see that, like.
Are you good, bro?
Yo, hey, you need some money.
He said,
if you got some bread, he said you want me, He is, dog. He tried me. He tried me on it. He tried me on that Vienna sausage gang. Yo, son. He said, man said he wanted it all. He said he want the whole load. He said he just been getting a hit of it. He want the whole load.
We supposed to be over here reacting to this Tophiachu video. Y'all over here wilding.
Hey, yo,
my mouth burning.
He for sale. Give me 1,500. I got you.
Y'all need to shut the fuck up.
I said the cash shop. Give you 1,500. I got you. For sure.
Dang, so it's nice to see that's what you value. That's what you value, Nick.
An hour with Nick is worth $1,500. It is, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Multiple rounds.
I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta switch channels real quick, which is gonna be annoying, but this will let me see YouTube.
Hey, bro, you should have me on stream all the time. I'm making it.
Real go.
What do you get when you combine incompetence, laziness, a hunger for TikTok fame, and a family straight out of a horror comedy?
Yo, that would
The
go
answer
crazy
is
though.
Tophiachu.
Nah, because that sounds too much like that one, like two girls in a cup, like episodes.
From stalking online celebrities to constantly butting heads with trolls, her existence is a real-life tragic comedy. And the best part, her 24/7 streams allow anyone to tune in and see the chaos unfold. Our story today starts with Tophia Slidell, better known as Tophiachu, who was born on June 6, 1994, to Marie Lucero and Donald Slidell.
Did he just say it instead of she?
On June 6, 1994, Tophia Slidell. Our story today starts with Tophia Slidell, better known as Tophiachu, who was born on June 6, 1994, to Marie Lucero and Donald Slidell, allegedly. There's a bit of a dispute over that we'll get into later. Very little is known about her early life, although if one were to judge it by pictures alone, it would have appeared normal. Unfortunately, sometimes reality isn't so peachy. Tophia had no verifiable social media presence until around 2011, when she made a Facebook account. She was just like any other teenager, and for the next few years, there wasn't much to report on. But things would get slightly more interesting in 2015 when she started posting to Instagram. Much of her early posts were dedicated to her art skills, which honestly weren't the worst, if only she had stuck with it. Starting in late 2016, Tophia started posting videos on Musical.ly. The first few videos were just showing off her art skills, but this then changed to producing the same garbage that everyone else was making on that app. To her credit, it seemed to be working, as around the end of 2017, she accrued enough of a following to get over 1,000 live viewers on her stream.
Where we at, bro?
It's so
we don't even know.
Put hard. I don't know.
We run it about. I feel like we're actually concentrating now.
Audience, she already started to develop the first of her many concerning habits.
Oh my gosh, that's
this
hot.
one being publicly obsessing over online celebrities. Her first ever target was a Musical.ly influencer and singer named Justin Burke. She'd regularly post memes of him to her Instagram, trying to get his attention, but it eventually worked, as he started paying attention to her and even did a duet. Finding some minor success, she began trying to diversify over on YouTube. She really flexed her artistic muscles here, creating a Michael Jackson edit where she took the footage from Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal music video and played a different song over it. She then made an anime music video over Robin Williams where she stitched together some clips from his movies. This experiment wasn't particularly well received by anyone, and as a result, she decided to give up YouTube entirely, instead going all in on her Musical.ly career. But just because she was trying to grow as an influencer didn't mean she couldn't engage in her...
Alright, so I gotta ask, what is the difference between Musical.ly and TikTok? Aren't they the same thing?
Musical.ly?
Yeah, you remember like when that used to be like a big thing? Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I know that TikTok comes from China.
Okay. Thanks, Nick. Thank you so much for that.
I don't know the difference though.
That man said, Nick.
Favorite hobby, stalking Justin Burke. She regularly watched his live streams and reposted screenshots from them, talking about how much she loved him and hoped to meet him. This persisted for the next few years, even as Musical.ly went under and merged with TikTok. As far as I know, she never got to meet Justin, but hey, at least she got to stream with him. Following the Musical.ly and TikTok merger, Tophia was producing stuff on TikTok under the name Tophiachu. This was mostly the same content.
You know, really? She had like 300K like followers. I don't know how she even ended up being a lolcow. I feel like you might as well run that.
She had posted on Musical.ly with the addition of things like singing, and boy does she have some pipes.
I've been up all night, I've been constipated.
Conversation, boy. You supposed to be
Went to the bathroom, now I'm so frustrated. Does anybody know where the secrets are aided?
She continued to grow throughout the latter half of 2018, reaching 10,000 followers by the end of the year. But growing as an influencer takes a lot of time, and you might be wondering how Tophia, who was 24 at this point, had the time to make TikToks and religiously watch all of Justin Burke's content. In mid-2018, Tophia gave us an answer. She uploaded a YouTube video titled My Experience with My First Job, wherein she describes this job experience in detail. A year prior, she apparently had worked at Dunkin' Donuts, although in the video itself, she refrained from saying that it was Dunkin' Donuts for fear of being banned from going there. According to her, she passed the initial test on how to make coffee with 92%, and she learned how to do everything from making sandwiches, how to sterilize, and how to run things correctly. All the basic stuff you learn to do at a fast food place. She worked there for 6 months, which she describes as absolute hell on her. She claimed that the machines they were using never worked properly and were constantly being patchworked together instead of replaced. She also claimed there was preferential treatment for some of the staff, as some employees were allowed to eat on the job, while Tophia was not. After 6 months, she was fired, and the reasons she cited were nothing short of prophetic.
He's not letting. This is sexual harassment, brother. Please stop.
She had that I had hygiene issues.
She glosses over it here pretty quickly, but the commenters sure didn't miss it. She went into a whole spiel about her day, how the management mistreated her, etc., etc., but this slip of the tongue was the only real takeaway that people had. The video became her most viewed at the time, albeit not for the reasons she had hoped for. Many people had one specific takeaway, that she simply refused to do any real work, and as a result, she hoped beyond hope to become an influencer instead, since that's obviously much easier than doing a regular 9-to-5. Amusingly, she tried to argue with people that she totally wasn't fired for her hygiene, but frankly it was just kind of humiliating for her to even try. To her credit, there was a time when she put some effort into making content. Not good content, but still. She was posting videos on YouTube, including vlogs, and even a weird conspiracy theory about people losing followers after the TikTok and Musical.ly merger. On TikTok, she was also growing more popular, and in late 2020, she released one of her most popular videos up until that point, the first installment of the Mob Boss's Daughter series. She continued to release videos, and as time went on, it only became more and more uninspired. Eventually, she figured out that she could make things much easier for herself with this one simple trick, live streaming. In modern day, Tophia has become infamous for her daily live streams. While she was continuing to produce TikToks, it was clear that streaming was her main source of income. Of course, the issue with streaming is that you have much less control over what people see, meaning you record everything that happens to you, no matter what. And as it turns out, there was a lot about Tophia that probably would have been better as a secret. One of the first things people noticed was the things she was saying. She's very unashamed of her use of different derogatory language towards black people, Mexicans, so obviously this was somewhat controversial, but that's not even close to the craziest part.
Excuse me, not slow, because we're talking about two people.
Initially, she did her live streams in her bedroom, where people got a first-hand look at her terrible living conditions. The entire apartment, but especially her bedroom, was crawling with cockroaches, which she showed complete disregard for. She doesn't even flinch when a cockroach climbs up her water cup. Speaking of her cup, she never washes it, despite the fact that it's absolutely rancid, and she can't even stand to take a whiff of it. The same trend follows for her personal hygiene. She apparently smells so bad that her father had to spray her with Febreze. And ironically, despite being very messy, she doesn't quite have the stomach to keep up with this lifestyle, as she's been caught vomiting on stream multiple times. Although she likes to come across as a tough cookie, lobbing slurs like it's a 1950s period drama, she really has the mental fortitude of a wet noodle. She's become legendary for her crash outs, where she breaks down crying for some pretty ridiculous things. Case in point, she started bawling her eyes out because her DoorDash order was misplaced. And because she tends to overshare, she also let her viewers listen to her pee. I'll spare you from listening to that, but I'm sure you can imagine how it went. With all these things combined, Tophiachu started to get a lot of negative attention, which supercharged her growth. Today, she stands at a very respectable 380,000 followers. While it may have been partly fueled by people who genuinely like her, 90% of the people tuning in now are either trolls who find her conduct funny or people who genuinely despise her. But Tophia doesn't seem to totally comprehend this. In fact, she's somewhat of an expert at giving the trolls more ammunition. She wasn't quite aware of just how popular she was getting, and she continued to use her Instagram to get baited by thirst traps. In 2020, she had finally moved on from Justin Burke, but that gave way to a whole new obsession. Asian men. This started off being relatively harmless, just making a few posts on Instagram. But this obsession soon bled into her content creation. She began making duet videos with prominent Asian influencers all over TikTok. In particular,
We're on pause. We have a shit in the house. That's crazy. I can't believe that just happened right there. I can't believe I'm just eating these still.
Oh my gosh!
It's like 3 different shits.
There's another one over there.
Damn.
Oh my! My mouth is just burning. I'm not trying to pick this up. Why do you do this as soon as your owner leaves?
It actually kind of hurts. The burn when you're like laughing.
The dog took a poop, and then I'm trying to figure it out. When my mouth hurts. Ah. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Where did Toby go?
All right, y'all. This 10 celebrate this 100 sub celebration is quickly deteriorating. It's hot. We got dogs taking poops in here.
We're falling apart.
People not paying attention to the video because stuff's hot. It's hot. Hey, I don't know where Toby is. His dog's pooping. This is ridiculous. I'm stressed.
It's like things are not working. Damn, I haven't had water in a long time.
And Andrea, if you are there, you cannot get Dojo. Yeah. Your Dojo took a deuce. Yes, bro.
Yeah, as soon as you dipped, he took 3 shots.
Yo, I hear with that. Your head is hilarious. This is all crazy. This is all.
Well, if any of y'all are thinking about doing this, don't. I feel like my taste buds are like being ruined right now. Like
we gonna finish this though.
Oh, I know I will. But I feel like for days my taste buds are now gonna be destroyed. Yeah, I wish the burn would stop.
I will never adopt you.
I need some milk.
Okay, bro, it's starting to hit my stomach for real, bro. I think I'm gonna have to like try to hurry. Like,
my nose is burning.
Hey Toby, you might have to.
I touched my
You
nostrils.
might have to wipe up some scraps on the floor, bro. I didn't get that.
Oh no.
Yo, this is like, I feel like going for
All right, let's lock in. Toby, get those scraps of poop.
Get the poop strap.
Get the poop, bro.
It was like 1, 2, 3.
Oh, bro, don't worry, you about to buy. See, I already cleaned it up.
No, I can see the residue. I can see it.
Yo, bro, this is so nasty, y'all. He said, "What's next TikTok?" Oh my gosh. See, y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. We lost the plot. We completely lost the plot. This has been a lit. This is lit though, guys. We're losing the plot. Hey, Andrea, your dog that you wanted to adopt, Dojo, just took a douce on my floor. Yeah. And now he's looking happy when he shouldn't be looking happy at all. And yeah, you already know this is happening while we're trying to eat these spicy wings, so it's a little... No, Drea, sorry, we're not adopting Dojo, no. Or Togo, or buy one, get one free. It doesn't matter what you want to call him, we're not adopting him. You know Andrea wants to adopt Mr. Bad Togo over there?
No, you don't. That's no.
You see what he did to the blind? She just took a poop. We were, yeah, absolutely not.
Is that her right there?
Who, Andrea?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? You talking about?
Oh, does that mean a no?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's yeah. Danielle's Andrea. I thought you were pointing at the Asian guy on the screen. I was like, is that Andrea? No. All right. Let's try to continue this. Let's see what's going on. We got very distracted. But we're back at it, guys.
She developed a crush on an
you see the
influencer
viewership
named
is
Wesley
dropping
Boba.
because we're
Wesley
not
used
giving
to
the
be a
people what they
TikToker
want.
whose bread and butter was posting
We got
thirst
Toby over
traps.
here.
Tophia likes
like,
to comment on his
behind you,
videos,
getting
and because he has a
side
tendency
conversations,
to
like,
reply to
in the
everyone,
fucking
he happened to reply to her comments as well. Had he known how far she'd take things,
Then we got
I'm
the
sure he
pump
would have
hitting the
chosen
poop.
differently. This was all the prompting she
You know
needed
what
to
they're here
start
for?
doing regular
They're here for
duets. This
Tophiachu.
ranged from the cringe roleplay stuff to literally giving the guy
We're
a
winging
video
up,
resume
people. We're
with
locking back
reasons
in.
why
We're
he
locking
should
back
date
in.
her. The ones she gives are her inability to cook, her fatness, which he could use as a pillow, and the fact that she's 5'3" and a half, which according to her makes her petite.
2, 3,
Final
4, 5, 6. Yeah.
They be hungry.
option for being a really, really good girlfriend is I have 3.5, which makes me fun size.
Oh,
And
you didn't
fun size
finish the
people
other one because
move
these dogs
over
started shitting.
sneakers,
Okay.
move over fun size chocolate are the best people to have in your life.
This behavior of constantly pulling at his pant legs went on for a while, and the videos just kept piling up. Eventually,
Is that supposed to be like a seductive face or something? No.
at his pant legs went on for a while, and the videos just kept piling up. Eventually, Wesley got so creeped out by everything that he left the internet.
Appreciate
At least
y'all,
that's
the
what
love
many
y'all been-
believe, but it's not totally known if that's really the case. What is the case is that as soon as he left, it really disappointed Tophia, who took to her live stream to complain about it. You see, she genuinely believed that Wesley was interested in her, and years later, she recalled how protective he supposedly was over her. She even implied he may have left the internet because she was getting bullied, and he just loved her so much that he couldn't stand to see it. You might wonder how she could become so obsessed with this random man who quite clearly couldn't give less of a shit about her. The answer is actually quite sad. Tophia has never had a boyfriend at the age of 30 years old, although that's not exactly how she puts it. During a live stream, she said that she lost her virginity to a pap smear, a procedure done to test for cancer, and she doesn't recall the experience.
I don't think it works like that. Appreciate you for the love, Drea. Yeah, 1,000 likes too. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think machines can take away your chastity. But that's just me though.
Fondly.
When they went
like
to do
sweating.
it was so painful that I jumped off of the table. I was laying on my back, but I was jumping, and I almost fell off the thing. And then she sent me to the women's clinic, which was right down here.
But just because she's not currently getting any doesn't mean she doesn't want to. And her extremely powerful libido is something that the TikTok community would become well aware of. On April 4th, 2022, she was live streaming and trying to show something to her viewers on her phone. She was in portrait mode, but just as she flashed the camera, the screen turned horizontal, revealing the other tabs she had open. The most prominent among these was a tab titled Asian Teen Sex, which linked to the hub, specifically the gay hub. This caused a lot of backlash, with people taking it as further proof of her fetishizing Asian men, and even more horrifyingly, teenagers. Tophia clearly took the backlash personally, as she started pretending no such thing was ever in her search history, leading to people trying to prove it was, and constantly posting videos about it. Ironically, this issue probably would have...
Still really trying to learn like what really makes. Gosh, I need some water. What really makes like Tophiachu like really in that like same class bracket with like Nova and like Cyrax, you know?
Blown over if she hadn't said anything. But by this point, the Streisand effect was in full swing.
This video is brought to you by my new old shirt. We've already sold it once. We're selling it again. It's got a cool, gothic, death
Shout out to our boy
font.
Turkey Tom.
For all you
We couldn't watch this
alternative
content.
individuals out there, people
And
who like alternative
you
fashion,
hurt by these
alternative
spicy wings
stuff,
without him.
people who like alternative things.
But
The
shout him
map
out
once
by his
again
shirt.
says
We don't have to watch the
Here's
ad
another
for it though.
Besides Tophia, who makes money via live streams and has a creator fund, Donald was the only other person with a stable income in the whole household. He's the CEO of Slidell Financial Services, which, as far as I can tell, is a legitimate financial service company. Despite the lofty title, his primary source of income is SSI.
I paid the rent, so you can say my brother paid the rent all you want, but I paid the rent.
I've had
If my brother didn't have a
5.
job, you think I did?
We got
I did help. It's what I got paid on TikTok. You know what?
7 more.
These people knew that my father was getting disability and was paying the rent. So how was my brother paying the rent? And he's not getting his disability anymore because he went to jail. They cut him off. So who do you think had to take up the rent when my father couldn't pay it?
Of the entire family, Donald is perhaps the kookiest. As Tophia was getting popular, he basically saw it as an opportunity to piggyback off her newfound fame. He made his own...
So I guess his it looks like he's black maybe. So Tophiachu's what do you think she is, like black and Hispanic or something like that?
That's what I was gonna guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Dominican.
It's always crazy when like people's families are also kind of like wild and all this stuff.
Twitter, and he started live
kind of see
streaming
where
on
they get it
TikTok.
from. And
One of his favorite pastimes was to flirt with the people in chat by blowing kisses and sticking his tongue out at them, to the great displeasure of his wife, who constantly told him to cut it out. But rest assured, this wouldn't be a problem for much longer. During one of his live streams, he made a revelation that would change the world of science forever.
I'm 58 years old,
Dang.
and I am teething right now. I am teething like a baby.
Spoiler alert, they haven't grown
he's
back.
losing his teeth?
But his unscientific belief
I think he means teething like a baby, like when your teeth are coming in. Are the wings yummy? No. No. They're not.
I can't.
I'll be right back.
aren't even the silliest.
Vic, here's
He's a man of
here's an
political
ounce if you need
aspiration,
it.
as he's come up with the perfect way to heal the world of its woes, which basically boils down to how every single major power needs to give him money now.
Every nation in the world must pay me $999, zillion dollars every year.
Bro, what the hell
First
is this man
installment,
saying?
December 2019.
If you think this is
He just said
impossible, you simply haven't given the idea as much
like,
thought as Tophiachu. With his genius intellect, he explained exactly how the world government should deliver this money.
Okay, look. All debt is set at zero. Every country is printing $999 zillion and waiting for my instruction. For my.
Hey, you're gonna have to hear this to me. This guy is just, the way he's talking makes. He's saying $999 zillion. Look, it's right there.
Zillion's not a number.
He's making shit.
We're going to utilize the stock market. We're going to utilize commodities.
He continues listing
you talking
off
about
every other tradable
this guy?
community, and his solution is basically just give me everything ever and I'll figure it out. As funny as Tophiachu can be sometimes, not all of the stuff he says is wholesome PG fun. In one clip, he went over his opinion on the age of consent.
Anyone 16 and older can visit, obtain, and smoke. Prostitution is to be legalized. I want the streets full of prostitutes.
Comments like this led
Y'all
people to
hear this,
believe that
man?
there was something a bit darker hiding beneath these silly faces and schizo
Me neither.
ramblings. As he started making himself known on social media, one of his favorite pastimes became pictures of his own junk.
He needs a different
specifically
barber.
sharing it with other people. When he wasn't doing that, he was spamming out dozens of thirst traps and telling people to sign up for his financial project, or telling people to give him money. He also regularly spoke about his hatred of white people and the government, but it got weirder. You might notice the green crosses in some of his backgrounds. Over time, Tophiachu put these up all over his house, with every visible wall outside of Tophia's bedroom having at least one. These obviously have religious significance, except it's kind of the opposite of what you're thinking. Among other things, he used his Twitter account to share his love of the occult. In this one video, he burned a piece of paper until it resembled the head of Satan, at which point he started recording.
That's him. And Satan has taken over. Golgotha. It's in the Bible. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
With videos
I
like
don't
this,
understand
people
what
started
the hell
digging
this
much
man is
deeper
saying.
into the lore behind Tophiachu. They found that he
my
had a
burning
substantial
mouth
criminal
and
history going back to 2001. Up to that point, he had been arrested 13 times, with charges ranging from physical assault to soliciting prostitutes, which he did while being already married to Mama Chu, by the way. On the 25th of November 2022, he was handed his 14th arrest, which was apparently caught on video, although you can't see very much. He was then let out sometime in December, which is when he started posting on Twitter. While all of this was happening, Tophia's other family members came into the spotlight, including her mother, Marie, or Mama Chu.
She
Unlike her
looks fucking
husband,
crazy
she
too.
seems relatively normal, albeit rather senile. She mostly became known for randomly walking in on Tophia's streams, only to get screamed at by her own daughter.
I have no business.
Hang up the phone! Hang up the phone! Give me the phone!
He answered us.
Well, just let
I think people just like embarrassing themselves on the internet.
Despite the terrible way her daughter treats her,
That's how
Marie
they get
clearly
rich and
still loves
famous.
her daughter, as she'll go all over social media to defend Tophia whenever she can. She even got into a habit of going live with her daughter, where she seems blissfully unaware of just how bad Tophia's reputation has gotten. During one of these live streams, Mama Chu accidentally soiled herself, and instead of being a good daughter and turning the stream off to go help her out, Tophia just let it play out for content. After the most recent arrest of Tophiachu in 2022,
Yeah, my
things
mouth is
quickly
actually
started
feeling
getting
better.
complicated for the
I'm
entire
not
Tophia family.
in
Around this
excruciating
time,
pain.
she'd started getting into drama with Nova Online, who I recently covered on my channel.
I love
But
how
while
soon
that
as
was
you pop
happening,
in,
the family
Nova
also had
comes
some
on.
much greater concerns.
You guys know I talked to
Because of her
Nova today.
trolls, Tophia's house was getting regularly raided.
I actually
In December,
talked to
sometime
Nova
after
today.
Tophiachu was released from custody, the apartment
What's up,
was
Sean?
raided by a SWAT team, which used tear gas
Andre's
to
trying
gas
to
them
join.
out before they were
He actually
temporarily
trying to
moved to a homeless shelter. This was allegedly after the landlords had
didn't
received
tell me she's
complaints
actually trying to
about
join.
Tophiachu vandalizing the place with fires and put crosses up everywhere. Sadly, this
I
wasn't
have
the
no
end of their
idea.
terrible news. For background, because Tophiachu was the only real moneymaker in the family, he was responsible for paying rent. However, around December of 2022, it came out he had stopped paying for the last 3 months, and they owed the landlord $3,000. They didn't have the funds to pay
My
it all at
stomach.
once, so they sought to get a 30-day extension and even applied for COVID
Yes,
relief that would theoretically pay their full debt off.
Your father was in charge of paying the rent then. Everything was coming from his account? Okay, and so you guys were under the suspicion. You're saying that the landlord waited 3 months to tell you guys that you guys were behind on your rent.
Yes.
But before it even got approved, Tophia had the bright idea to spend $400 going to Comic-Con with her brother. Since there was no chance that she could scrounge up the money legitimately, she
Can't lie, things have calmed down like a little bit, but yo, that first I feel like the first two wings had like dudes a little delusional for like a second, like brain fuzzy.
We were in the middle of that, and there was like just so much
going on.
Just pain.
We got dude like in the chat trying to get at Nick's cheeks. Like
Yeah, that was wild.
we got like dog pooping like randomly on the floor. Like it was just the spicy wings. Then we trying to cover the video too. So much going on. I can't lie, bro. These wings make me feel like I have like a weight on my head. Like there's a weight on my brain. Like I don't know how to explain it.
Wait, so what'd you have? 1, 2.
I had 5. But yeah,
I thought it would be a good idea to make a GoFundMe to help the move, where she asked for $3,000. She ended up raising $485 out of that $3,000, and there was a lot of backlash. Because of that backlash, she was invited on an interview by a creator named Aunt Karen, which made her look even worse. Among a few other topics, they explicitly talked about the eviction situation and her asking for money, and Tophia justified her reckless spending on Comic-Con by saying that the landlord was refusing the money until they could put together the full $300. Whereas they only had $1,000.
The 1,000 before that, I was offering to make a payment, but they wouldn't allow it. They said, no, we have to have the full 3,000 up front.
So, because they wouldn't take her money anyway, she just decided to waste it, figured she was all but guaranteed to get that government relief money. She did not. This whole interview was an exercise in futility. When the topic of her not safe for work search history was brought up, she repeated the claim that the evidence of her doing so had been photoshopped. This was debunked towards the end when one of the Reddit investigators came into the call to prove once and for all that it was real.
Yeah, this is the porn site. There was also another. I'm waiting for someone to send me that screenshot, but Tophia accidentally showed her activity. Like, you know, if you go down your home screen and you like swipe down. So on her it showed all her recent activities, like her, like she was on Among Us for like 15 minutes and stuff like that. On the top corner, there was a little X video showed her being on it for 23 minutes.
Throughout the stream, Tophia kept trying to make people feel sorry for her. In the end, Karen concluded that Tophia probably deserved everything that was coming to her, saying no one in their right mind should be sending her money for anything. This really upset Tophia, who muted herself and started crying, shutting down any further attempts at conversation. Since she had officially fumbled her redemption arc, the obvious next course of action was to get into even more drama. In early February, she got into a spat with a creator named Leslie Clark, and the two beefed it out on TikTok Live. Tophia was also joined by Chris Dahl, an OnlyFans model who ran defense for her. This entire argument is frankly ridiculous. The two sides accuse each other of things they're both just as guilty of as the other. Tophia, for example, flames Leslie for saying that black people smell, even though one of the things that she's most hated for is being racist against black people. Leslie flames Tophia for her search history when she herself is guilty of sending a 15-year-old nude photos of herself. Leslie then brings in this guy called Isaac, who's basically a community orator from this side of the internet, being heavily involved in the creation of the Chu Wiki, which was a fandom page that aims to document Tophiachu and all of her shenanigans. There's really very little to say about this whole thing. It all really boils down to Tophia trying to make herself look better by throwing other content creators under the bus while actively avoiding talking about her own misdeeds. When someone highlights something bad she did, she goes, "But what about this thing?" and thinks that just solves the issue. So went another failed attempt to rehabilitate her image, and with the family's habitual inability to save, their landlord had no option. On February 25th, they kicked them out of the apartment, and the family then moved to a motel where they stayed for over a year. Despite a massive blow to her ego, Tophia still wasn't quite done humiliating herself. She refused to get an actual job, banking on her dream of becoming a true viral success. In another attempt to save face, she went on another TikTok live with Karen, which went even worse than the last one, as multiple guests ganged up on her to talk smack about her. In fairness, Karen was actually pretty impartial. She even defended Tophia when some people tried to imply she was some kind of creep, while the others in the call tried to prove it was somehow actual CP.
What happened to you? Let's talk about that real quick. It's very misleading because teen porn, as you guys know, if anybody has watched porn, you know that there's a category that says 18 and it says teen. So is that really anything lower that you guys can prove, or are we just saying that because it says teen porn? Because it could be 18, it could be 19.
It wasn't, by the way, or at least there's no proof that it was. The fact these people spent so long talking about it is kind of ridiculous, though, with the point still standing that none of this would have even happened if Tophia wasn't pretending that it was a Photoshop job. The live stream didn't add much lore, but it did include one interesting admission. In her endless quest to sit on her ass and do nothing, Tophia had tried to get a virtual babysitting job. I honestly didn't even know this was a real thing, and I don't even know if it's legal, but one of the guests tries to question why she is a virtual babysitter, basically trying to use it to prove that she's some kind of groomer, but the entire thing just comes across as comical after a while and really doesn't lead to any great conclusions. At this point, she just stopped trying to convince people to like her. In fact, she sort of just stopped trying in general. She started using a green screen effect, which is why she has the exact same background regardless of whether she's in her room or filming outside. This meant that she wouldn't have to worry about how messy her house actually was. For a while, there really wasn't much to report. She was threatened with a lawsuit by Nova Online as they were still in the middle of their shit-flinging contest, but really, things were going okay for her, at least if you ignore the fact that she was flat out broke. But it would all get ruined on June 11th when her TikTok was suddenly banned. In a panic, Tophia went on a warpath on Instagram. She threatened to expose every single one of her trolls and then threatened them with lawsuits. She then further swore revenge on her mom's livestream, promising she would come back. And she was right, as her account was reinstated within the next few days. But as far as I know, that was really the end of this whole saga. So much for revenge. I'm sure at this point, you can't help but think there's something wrong with this woman. Around this time, she told people on her live stream that she had a developmental disability, which made it hard for her to learn things. But it's not exactly known if or what she has. Things remained relatively quiet for a couple of months until she made a bit of an oopsie. Since she doesn't understand the concept of being a public figure, she started following an account on Instagram that posted gay hentai. She also followed a page that was nothing but pictures of Asian men and boys, and casually liked dozens of photos. I'm pretty sure all of these people are adults in fairness, but I'm not entirely sure. While some people on Reddit were outraged, this incident went under the radar as other developments took precedent. Because in August, the Chu Crew Discord trademarked the name Tophia. Panicked, she came to TikTok, saying that she would likely abandon her main channel unless there was enough of a backing behind her to sue the trolls and get her name back. It's not clear whether anyone actually donated, but the lawsuit was never mentioned again, and a month later, she bought a new iPhone 13. Keep in mind, at this point, she was stuck in a motel, and her family family could not pay rent. And I guess in the end, she didn't need the lawyers that bad, as she's still active on her main channel to this day. The rest of the family, meanwhile, was up to their own shenanigans, with Tophiachu getting arrested on the 28th of April, then getting arrested again in September for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and then again in November for aggravated robbery. But interestingly, he wasn't the only one facing some legal trouble. Enter Brother Chu, real name Donald Jr. At first glance, you may think that he's the most normal out of the Slidell family, but he's nonetheless just as much of a lunatic as everyone else. Unlike his parents and sibling, he doesn't have much social media presence, and he's only really been known for occasionally appearing on Tophia's streams, often half-naked. One of his more notable appearances was when he threatened to trace trolls' IP addresses and give them a violent end.
So if you want to continue talking your shit in your mouth, everybody, go ahead. Don't think I'm going to find out where you live. Don't think I'm not going to find out.
Still, despite having some anger issues, clearly, he mostly kept himself out of trouble, but all of that was about to change. First, a little background. So, sometime in 2022, Brother Chu and his girlfriend, Angie, broke up, and it wasn't a very clean separation. The two parties became incredibly hostile, although most of that was kept under wraps. Then, in January 2023, Angie started live streaming on TikTok, where she exposed several personal DMs showing just how dysfunctional things had gotten. In one of the DMs, he all but admitted to being verbally abusive, though he didn't respond when she asked him about when he had supposedly shoved her to the ground. In another, they talked about how he'd apparently faked a soup attempt, although he denied that. As Angie was streaming, Brother Chu was in the chat repeatedly trying to dox her current address, and even Mama Chu showed up to talk about what was happening. At some point after this, Angie came in while live streaming as she tried to get back some of the stuff she'd left at the house, including her dog. This was likely sometime before the family had been evicted. Brother Chu responded by saying he had thrown all of her stuff in the trash already, but she didn't really get much out of it, not even being able to get her dog. In the same stream, she also alleged that he had a pocket knife that he was going to use on his neighbor.
He has a knife right now, guys. He has a pocket knife.
My head sounds. My head feels.
For a while
like
after this, there was radio silence on the whole thing. The two of them were filing restraining orders against each other, although they kept getting violated. Mutually, I might add. You can't stop love. But then, sometime in November, Angie came to TikTok again, accusing Brother Chu of being abusive. She went full scorched earth against the entire Slidell family, accusing Tophia of, among other things, supposedly pleasing herself in front of her own mother and all kinds of other weird degenerate shit. Now obviously Tophia took this quite personally, as did Mama Chu. When the news about her brother initially dropped, she denied it wholesale. Well, kind of. They admitted that there was violence going on, but that it was mutual.
He may have hit Angie like he said he did, but he said she hit him too.
Y'all can't see it, but this man has a wing just like sitting in his ranch, like it's just laying in his ranch. Look at him. I'm breathing so hard.
She hit him too, she said.
Don't discuss anything that has to do with that.
This launched into a massive back and forth that frankly is kind of difficult to follow. The Slidell family was accused of refusing to return Angie's car, and Tophia herself went as far as to dox Angie for all the trouble she had supposedly caused them. Now the car thing may or may not be true, as Brother Chu had the car since at least September, and Angie hadn't reported it stolen or anything like that. More notably, Brother Chu had no issue putting it up for sale, which would seem unwise if the vehicle was truly stolen. Then again, no one in this family has shown themselves to be particularly forward-thinking, so who knows. In retaliation, Angie started live streaming regularly to spread the message of how terrible this family really is. She threatened to sue the Slidells over the car situation, and she ragged on Tophia for her awful hygiene, recalling a story when Angie's dad came to pick up Tophia and Marie while they were all walking somewhere. As soon as Tophia left the car, her dad was hit by a foul smell. This supposed smell is a big part of the lore. For example, in another video, Angie gave a very vivid image of Tophia's body odor.
Tophia smells like BO and piss.
The slinging would go on, leading to Brother Chu leaking Angie's sex tape, which he saw as proof of cheating. While I couldn't find it myself, the claim was that she appeared to be getting assaulted, but Tophia didn't see it that way. When she saw it, she claimed that Angie was clearly enjoying herself, meaning that all this video was proof of cheating. During the same stream, she accused Angie of being a very different person from how she had presented herself, claiming that she had threatened to harm herself whenever Brother Chu tried to leave her. which supposedly led to Brother Chu getting a restraining order. It seems Angie was in the chat at the same time, saying things that were upsetting Tophia, who then told Angie she needs to get off the internet.
Sure you don't want to wait before you leave?
As Tophia followed it up by leaking some very private medical history, including the facts that Angie had supposedly had a miscarriage prior to meeting Brother Chu. At a point, the drama started to devolve into meaningless dribble. It dragged on for months on end, with the two parties being pretty horrible to each other. Eventually, Brother Chu broke the silence, where he explained the situation from his perspective.
She's always wondering who I'm talking to, whether I have a girlfriend or not. And she's always trying to see
I'm like shivering like crazy. I was about to thinking that I need to like change my shirt, like
always wondering about what
the t-shirt,
but who the hell I'm talking to.
He'd known her for around 7 years, and he claims she's always been kind of weird. According to him, she was dating a guy in his 40s despite being only 27 at the time, and he also claims that he was abusive towards her, but clarifies that the abuse was mutual, meaning they both were just acting horrific towards each other. Sometime after this, things devolved even further. For some reason, Angie decided to move to the same motel they were staying at, all but guaranteeing that there would be more drama. Lo and behold, they had another spat. While Angie was arguing with a roommate, Brother Chu pulled a gun on them. He then must have left to
yo, I'm feeling it.
You're coming back, bro.
Man, you're such a bad dog. Like, I wish you were good. You want to say hey to the people? This is Mr. Poop 9000. Yeah, this is Drea. I know he looks kind of cute, but no, we're definitely not adopting this man. This man is so bad. He ruined my blinds. He done pooped in here so many times. You know, I enjoy him while he's here for the hour or two that he's over here. And then I say, Toby, please take this man back home because this man is a menace. Okay, say bye to the people. Say spicy wing. A spicy wing. Bye. Go be bad somewhere else. Oh my gosh, y'all. But I think
my mouth hurts.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're gonna be able to I feel like we're gonna have to do another Tophiachu video. Like we're gonna have to. There was too much going on. Like.
Oh my god! No, I know what you see. I know what you're saying though. Like my head kind of hurts.
Yeah, it's like your head like feels like either like there's like a weight or like something. It makes it hard to like concentrate. Like I don't even know how to explain it. But
lock in. We got 4 more.
Gosh, 4 more, dude. Toby needs to eat one. I don't want to.
I've eaten 8 wings.
Can throw up.
Oh, I've eaten 8.
The hiccups, bro.
8-3.
Oh.
I'm like scared to touch my face.
Oops. I'm like moving the screens and everything. Like there's just so much going on.
It's like I want to just power through it because I'm tired of
looking at them.
Like bringing a new wing into the picture.
A new wing in the a new wing into the picture is crazy work.
Do not lick that. Do not lick.
Yeah, that'll be really bad. Oh, gosh. Oh, my stomach. Yo, these things are awful. All right, let's do this.